I want to share with you an exercise that I put myself through recently, and it was incredibly powerful. It was something that I really didn't even know I needed until I was in the moment. And here's the scoop. So I am dedicated to being completely raw, vulnerable, and honest with you. I think it's the only way to really show you that I am just like you. I've been through some shit. I've survived some shit. And now I'm in thrive mode. It's an extra gear that we have that so often we don't tap into. We, somewhere along the way where there's been a crisis or chaos or something that's turned us upside down in our life, we're on this path like, I'm going to try to find my way out. And then something stops us. We are have an arrested development there. And then maybe we'll go to some workshops and seminars and read some books, and we go a few rungs higher, but we never get here. And for me, it's I call it sort of an imaginary ceiling that I put on myself where I'll get to that, I'll bump into it, and things will get a little uncomfortable, a little unfamiliar, and I'll let go. I'll go, oh, it's a little more comfortable down here. I think I'll just stay here. Life's okay. It's good enough. I'm all right. But then, if I'm honest, there's a part of me that knows I am made for more. I was chosen to do more. And I can't have that if I'm insisting on staying here where it's comfortable, where I can just pull the covers up and turn the snooze on the alarm and just be okay with being okay. I can't have this that I know I am meant to do. So in that, I am continually in the study of neuroplasticity, neuroscience, quantum physics daily. And my one wish now, my one goal is to teach this to as many people as I can. I actually have a pretty bold goal of 100 million souls across the world that can understand the concept of seizing the day, of waking up every day with a choice and a chance to do something with your life. It doesn't have to be extraordinary with broad strokes, but it does have your energetic blueprint all over it. It's something that you were born to do, that you are called to do. And to get there, it's going to be a little bumpy. It's going to be a little uncomfortable. But until you recognize these patterns of thinking, of reacting and acting and behaving, until you can start to recognize them and push the pause button, ooh, that's the way I used to be, we're not going to get there. So it is my one goal to be able to teach and coach and guide and love you back home to the truth of who you truly are, of who you're meant to be, who you are called to be. So with that, if we haven't met, I am Beth Robbins, and that's what I do. I'm an author, I'm a speaker, and I'm a coach. I'm your guide. I say I leave the porch lights on so that you can find your way home. I'll leave the breadcrumbs. I'll ask the quality questions. And I will inspire you to dig a little deeper in your well, to not only survive, to have a good enough, but to soar. The ultimate goal is to be madly in love with your life. And it starts with learning who that is, what that feels like, getting in touch with the emotions attached to who you are becoming. The emotions is attached to who you will become, who you are meant to be, where you can already feel in your body what that feels like to be that person, doing the do. So in order for me to help you, I got to share with you my own truth. And this exercise that I took myself on was so powerful, I think because it caught me off guard. Why did it catch me off guard? Because I thought, man, I've done the work. I've been in these trenches for almost 15 years doing this work. And the work started with me reading the books and going to the seminars and the webinars and listening to this person's opinion and that person's opinion and some therapy mixed in there, a lot of long walks, all the things I thought were working, which they were. And I will tell you, the last 5 years has been a quantum leap. But I realized on this little journey that I'm not done yet. I'm not fully cooked. And I don't know that I ever will be until I lay my head down on that pillow for the last time. Because the real truth is, you're never going to get it all done. And the joy is in the journey. That's where the juicy stuff is. It's not the end result, because there's no end. You know, maybe my goal is I want to be able to work in Bali for a month. Okay, so then I go and I go work in Bali. Well, does that mean it's it? That's good night, Irene? No, because now I've tasted that and I'm going to create some new stuff that I want to do. So again, the journey is in the becoming. This journey, this exercise that I put myself through, that I allowed myself to have, let's change the vocabulary, was one where I realized that I am manifesting some really cool things in my life. But I'm doing the work. It's not like I'm sitting on my couch going, I think I'd like to have $1 million in my bank, and I'd love a lover in my bed, and I'd love to have the phone ring and somebody saying, hey, I want to take you on this awesome trip to Hawaii. Like, I mean, that's fun. I can sit and think about it, but I got to get up off the couch. I got to do some work. That's just how it works. Okay, so I realized that there's a block somewhere, that I'm missing some little piece to my puzzle where I was guessing and assuming that there was something going on in my thoughts subconsciously, because that's where 95 to 97% of our thoughts hang out, in the subconscious mind, that I wasn't ready or I wasn't deserving to go to this next level in my life. Now, these aren't my conscious thoughts. No, I'm thinking I got some things going on. I certainly deserve to have all these wonderful things in my life. But subconsciously, that stuff that sits below the iceberg, that was sabotaging me. And I had to sort it out. So I went on a really long hike. It took me about 3 hours to get there. It was a familiar place. It was full of nostalgia. But it wasn't nostalgia to what was causing my block. It was just a nostalgic trip. And I remember when my son was little, he used to get so sad when we would leave our vacation, whether we were in the Bahamas or Disney World. God forbid, he wanted to live there forever. And he would get so sad. And we'd say, well, we can come back. You know, it's not like you can never come to this place ever again. And I think that he had this attachment, you know, to the feelings and the emotions and the happiness and the joy that he felt by being in that familiar place. Well, this particular hike provides that for me. It was a hike I have been taking for 29 years, minus a couple in there. And there was nostalgia. Every step, every log I remembered, or, oh, that's changed, or whatever. And I'm going on this hike, and I'm also remembering this is a little harder than it used to be 10 years ago, but that's another story. And I get up there, and I had planned in my mind to have a little bit of a ceremony where I would just stand there in the presence of my nostalgia, in the presence of the magnificent Rocky Mountains all around me, and this beautiful turquoise lake at 9,000 feet elevation. And just be there, eyes closed, and almost allow myself to be in a meditative state. And I was asking the quality question, what can I do with what I have from where I am right now in this place to fully release what is blocking me, so that I can allow what is meant for me to come in? That was the question. It wasn't, why am I stuck? Why don't I have these things that I always want, that I know I deserve to have yet? It was just that question. And I closed my eyes and I let myself just breathe. And what happened next surprised me. Tears began to flow. Just flowing. And I began to say words. I release this, I release that. And I was offering myself forgiveness and love and understanding and grace. And I was very specific what I was forgiving myself for. And then when I finished all of that, with the next breath, I said, I am now allowing what is meant for me into my life. And I kid you not, this powerful wind came across, like my hair is blowing everywhere and I'm crying. And I felt so amazing. I felt like I'd lost 20 pounds. And I looked up at the sky thinking, the only time a big wind comes up out of nowhere in the mountains is there's a storm. And there was a little something brewing. So I thought, okay, time to pack up and head back home. But I'm telling you what, now I'm going downhill, so that's a little lighter. But I just know that I had this huge grin on my face, this grin of satisfaction of, oh my gosh, I have finally released whatever that was holding me back. And ever since that exercise, I'm sleeping better. I'm just relaxed. I'm in a Zen state. I'm in a flow state. I'm allowing things to come in. I'm allowing creative ideas to flow. That block, whatever that was, is still up on that mountain. It's a powerful exercise that I would love to share with you if you're game, if you've got something that you don't know what it is and you don't need to